This troper is Gus Zagarella, and I've got a flower mouth.
This troper is Meg Juden, and I am delighting in riddles.
This troper is Henry Galley, and I'm a contested sequel.
And welcome to Troper Tales, the show where we go back and revisit the Troper Tales. Welcome to Troper Tales, the show where we go back and... Hold on.
It's okay, take your time. Take your time.
Welcome to Troper Tales, the show where we go back and revisit the Troper Tales archive, where people in the late 2000s tried to apply fictional tropes to real life.
Try it today!
It's great.
You know what? You know what I love? Nailing the intro on the first try.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. First try,
Which
baby.
you absolutely did.
First
Boom,
try.
baby.
And we
Yeah.
witnessed you doing that, and we said, Gus, you're such a Chad for being able to nail the intro on the first go.
Yep, it's a shame that I edited out your compliments.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a pretty good day today, for context. Meg and I have both eaten a strong pizza.
We had a
before
very
we got
strong
on.
pizza.
The strongest
Less is
pizza.
Morgue Season 2 Episode 1 came out, and people are really enjoying it, which is great. And of course, Gus, you, most importantly of all, nailed the intro on the first time. So, I was thinking, shall we celebrate by having a particularly classy episode of Troper Tales?
So what is a
Ooh.
classy trope?
Yeah, is such a thing even possible?
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of what a classy trope would be. Like romantic pining, costume drama tropes.
Sophisticated as hell. I know that's a trope.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
sophisticated as hell. What's the other one? Wicked cultured.
That's true. I mean,
That's quite a
yeah.
classy
well,
trope.
this is for people of culture, because today's first premiere trope is Baby Got Back.
Damn!
Damn.
I mean, there's this guy, right? Sir Mix-a-Lot. You gotta be a gentleman to get knighted, surely.
Surely.
And he is Sir Mix-a-Lot. You wouldn't lie about that.
Yeah, just as much as I would trust Dr. Dre to do surgery on me.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, he was the first guy who said what everyone was thinking, so the first one to say it.
It's
honestly.
true. It's
No one was
true.
saying it until he was saying
Yeah,
it.
no one was saying it.
Exactly,
No one was saying
exactly.
it. So,
As you
for
say.
context, for anyone who is somehow ignorant to the Sir Mix-a-Lot song Baby Got Back or Nicki Minaj's remix, Anaconda, it's about people, typically women, with fat asses, like a certain Eugene Krabs.
Badonks.
Yeah.
Exactly. the kind, a real head-turning booty. And obviously
I
this is a trope
remember-
in fiction. Sorry, you're saying, Gus?
I remember this trope being really controversial back in the day because people were just adding like characters with fat asses, and it's like, no, if it's not part of the narrative of the show, if they're not called out for having a fat ass, you can't just flood the page with your favorite fat asses of fiction.
Yeah, because
It's like every mom from Pixar.
It would just all be...
Yeah, fucking Dexter's mom.
You know how...
All cartoon moms, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know how on TV Tropes sometimes when there's a particular number of examples for one show, it'll have its own page, it would just be SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs, Flats the Flounder, Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs. No, not fucking Flats, Bubble Bass, fake fan. Alright, so, as Gus
Bubble
pointed
bass,
out...
more like bubble ass.
Bubble ass, bubble butt. Alright, so... As we discuss the finest things in life,
Fun
fat
ass.
asses, today we're going to do it in the context of real life and these tropers calling out when they thought someone that they knew or themselves had
Had
an
back?
ass so fat it was part of the narrative. Is everyone ready?
Damn. All right. Yeah, let's get a real
I would
narrative.
like to think that my ass is so fat that it's part of the narrative.
It's become part of the narrative now.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
Anyway, so first one, to get us off to a very classy, cultured start. This troper has a female friend who has the most delicious body. She's only average looking, but has the largest butt I know that sways incredibly, huge boobs and wide hips. The problem is, she's incredibly prude, and sadly, no one will ever see her huge bottom but herself.
Rough.
To all of the people who are upset that we cancelled Monster Girls, like, isn't this giving you what you need from that?
Yeah. Something
Yeah.
about the use of the word bottom is unwholesome.
Yeah.
It just makes me think of like some horny old guy for some reason. You know what it is? It makes me think of the judge from Society going, let's get to the bottom of this before fisting that guy to death.
Well, that's why this guy's so sure that this person's too prudish to ever have anyone else see their bottom. There are a couple of virgins in the old folks' home.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, who wouldn't let this charming troper see their huge bottom? Clearly, he's a man of upstanding moral fibre. If he's like, oh, this girl in class has a big booty, gotta get on Troper Tales and tell everyone.
I just fucking like leading with like, hey girl, that is the largest bottom I have ever seen. Will you show me how it sways?
That is the quickest way to get maced or tased.
It's the only...
And you will deserve it.
I don't know why, but I'm now just picturing somebody saying that to a horse.
Me after about 3 drinks.
I mean, to be fair, best case scenario, you get kicked
Yeah,
and
true.
launched. Like,
That was always the plan, you fools. Alright, you ready for the next one?
oh boy.
This troper was going to college where you... They put it were rather than where, but where you take one subject at
They
a time.
got thrown out.
Yeah, they got rid of the H. During the last day of a class, the school had a dress-down day. I believe, like, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it's different in America, Gus, but, like, you can just dress however you like in college.
I think some posh high schools are called colleges. So and also in some other languages, I think maybe, because I feel like this is referring to a high school or like a...
The phrase dress down day also makes me think that this is not American.
Yeah.
That does feel quite, like, Aussie or New Zealand, maybe.
Well, we called non-uniform days Mufti Day.
Of course.
It's a military
Fucking
thing,
wow.
apparently.
Fair. Alright, I'll continue the
Probably an acronym.
In America, we just call it like casual day or something.
We always called it non-uniform day.
That's so funny because normally, like, British people come up with, like, the weird ways of saying things.
We have to get back to the fat asses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting off track with the fat asses.
Yeah.
Dress down day is exactly what it says on the tin, in which students can dress down with regular clothing instead of uniforms. He's really losing me here, trying to describe the nuances of dress down day when I'm here for fat asses.
Get to the fat asses!
The students from nursing would always wear scrubs, so of course we never got to see how their bodies looked before this day. No, this is a college if people are doing nursing. When it was dress down day, me and my friends were shocked when we saw some of our female friends from nursing wearing casual clothes. Clothing includes some tight jeans, which they were quite ... packed. Needless to say, our eyes would wander every time they walked by.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
And this guy was one of the patients of the
Oh my
nursing.
god, yeah, this is another old dude.
Yeah.
It's another old dude.
They were just geriatric ass men.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sawyer.
Geriatric ass.
I was just gonna say that one of my favorite Mystery Science Theater quotes of all time is I think it's from The Wild Wild World of Batwoman. There's like you know how in like 60s movies there will be like gratuitous dancing scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this uncomfortable close-up of a woman's ass as she's like go-go dancing, and Mike goes, "Hold on there, lady. That's 40 pounds of butt in 30-pound butt capacity pants."
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
That's this guy seeing the nursing students.
This is an uncomfortably horny episode already. It's great.
He's just like, oh boy, I got some symptoms.
Yeah. This is making my thermometer go to red.
I'm developing some arthritis in a certain area, if you know what I mean.
No, Gus, we don't.
This is
You're right. Neither do I. I won't clarify.
Is that Simpsons quote, "Oh, I'd love to hippity hop on your balance beam. I don't think you understand the mechanics of heterosexual sex. The circle gets the square." Anyway, next we have it gets even creepier. I have a crush on my biology teacher. I love that that's, like, present tense. So this is like a high schooler.
This is a child.
I felt somewhat guilty until I heard a classmate exclaim during lunch that Miss M has a big black ass. Jesus Christ!
Oh!
Wow.
Wow, we had to go there, didn't we?
Shit.
Well, we know at least that this person is a young one.
Yeah.
Not another geriatric person.
What I love about Troper Tales specifically, is the fact that it's all anonymous. It really plays into that whole, like, philosophical concept of, like, you find out who a person really is under anonymity.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, all the depravity comes out.
It's true. Okay, so, quick show of hands. the nursing students, Miss M, or the friend in the first one, who would you least want to read this entry?
Oh, I feel like Miss M, because the thing is, she's then just got to teach these, and she's got to look in the face of these students every day thinking, which ones?
Yeah.
You know?
Which ones are checking out my ass?
And from that point on, Miss M never turned around to write things on the board. She always faced the students and stared them dead in the eye.
Miss M became, like, functionally 2D in that moment.
Yeah.
Just crab walking side to side and, like, drawing things on the blackboard behind her without looking.
That's incredible. All I can think of is there's a guy in JoJo's, and if I can get the clip, I'll play it. But there's a guy who, like, if you see his back, he, like, dies. So he's, like, just kind of crab walking around this dude's house.
I had a dream about something like that, where there were these, like, weird ghost people that, like, no matter what angle you looked at them, the back of their head was to you. Like, I'm just imagining Miss M is that, but her ass.
Yeah, she's just trying to hide her fat ass.
That's Miss M's life now. Sadly, she did have that back.
Poor Miss M. Alright, we've learned so far that just based on the fact that it, like, leads these people to like, come after you, it's both a blessing and a curse.
Yes.
So this next one, I want to say, for the record, I haven't actually read any of these in advance. That's why... these ones I just copied the whole section. So that's why I'm as shocked as you are with some of these. Anyway, me, then in parenthesis, a male, who would have fucking guessed?
Who would have guessed you're posting on the baby got back?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's two very male occupations.
Anyway, me, a male, and a friend of mine were at school, and he pointed out how the girl in front of him had a butt he just wanted to smack so hard. Now, mind you, this girl was a good friend of his, so I couldn't help but shout, "Hey, he wants to tell you something, just to mess around with him." Of course, he didn't say it to her, and unfortunately, it's done more harm to me, because now she won't stop asking me what he said.
Yeah, she's like, what was he gonna say? And the guy responds with, definitely not that he wanted to smack your ass!
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, what I always hate about stuff like that is, like, to make it a little bit somber for a second, it's gotta be a fucking bummer to think that someone...
bum.
Yeah, oh no, God. But it's gotta be a fucking bum. But, like, to find out that someone who you just thought, like, saw you as, like, a friend, as, like, an equal, is out here saying to your other friends, "Oh, I'd really love to smack her." Like, I don't, when these call ends, say to Meg, "Oh, I'd love to jerk Gus off."
Speak
That'd
for
just be
yourself. That's all I talk about.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed to hear that you don't say that, but that's okay.
Leave in the comments, would you jerk Gus off?
No, please no. That's deeply irresponsible.
You're
I'm
right.
not using my
God.
platform
Cut
that
this
way.
whole section. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. God, this episode is too hot for fucking TV.
Holy shit. Leave a comment about how you would not jerk off anyone.
Ever. Not even yourself.
Not even yourself.
No, not
Jerk
November.
Jerk no one, not even yourself.
What's great is Baby Got Back is about to come to an end, and we have another one after this to, like, round up this episode.
It's about to come to an end, and we're gonna
It's gonna
round
come full
it out
circle, like
butt
a
cheek.
butt.
like a fat ass.
There's no comment prompt that we can do from the Baby Got Back section without just it being really creepy. Speaking of really
Comment
creepy...
how fat your ass is.
No, you can't say that. You have to say comment the fattest ass you've ever seen.
Yeah, tell us an anecdote about a really fat ass you've seen.
The most comments on any YouTube video.
Seriously, let me tell you about my mom.
Listen, God damn it. Listen, everybody's got a fat ass story, and if you don't, you haven't lived.
Yeah.
Oh god, alright, next. A girl this troper works with has a rather voluptuous behind for a white chick. Jesus, these
That's
fucking
worse
people.
than bottom. Behind. Voluptuous behind. I feel like I've just been assaulted.
Oh, it's getting worse. and is underage, and in parenthesis, 17 to be precise, at the time of this writing. To quote her, I love my butt. She usually keeps it covered, though.
I would hope so around this motherfucker.
What the fuck does that mean? Like, most people who don't work as, like, models or, like, exotic dancers, like, people don't just walk around with their fucking asses.
This is an ass out
hanging
kind
out.
of office.
Yeah.
This is an ass out, pussy out kind of office. You really don't need to have your butt covered, especially not on Casual Friday.
It's like Hooters, but like asses instead of boobs.
Booters.
I'm just imagining like a bar or anywhere with a counter and just everyone is ass out behind the counter because nobody can see.
That's the ideal.
Wouldn't it be amazing if this,
I mean, that's what everything's gonna look like post-COVID, because people are just used to
like
not
being
having
at
pants.
home?
Not bartenders though, because bars have been open for a while.
I love this
Yeah.
idea of like this particular section ends up really like dashing our expectations for it, and just rather than being all these like weird lechy dudes talking about the women in their lives, it's all like sexually frustrated housewives who are really excited by like the sliver of plumber's crack they saw when like the workmen were over.
Yes.
Oh, when he was working on the sink, I thought, oh, I'd love a guy with that ass to deal with my pipes.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of housewives just venting their pegging fantasies.
Housewife TV tropes.
I told him that there was a leak in this house, but it wasn't coming from the pipes.
He was causing it.
It was causing a leak downstairs.
Oh, and the last one, to keep it nice and simple, a dude just says, this troper likes big butts and he cannot lie.
Their mother brothers can't deny.
When a girl walks in with an
Raising a round thing in your face.
You get
You get
sprung.
sprung, and then you go on the TV tropes. And you gotta tell everybody.
Literally, these guys got sprung, and their first fucking port of call was going straight to Troper Tales.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I gotta tell the people on Troper Tales about this.
I gotta tell my fellow tropers about Mrs. M's fat ass.
God damn.
About my underage coworker who keeps her butt covered.
Mostly. So she just has her, like, well, on
one cheek out.
on Dress Down Fridays. She
On
gets the ass
dress
out.
on dress down Fridays, she will have one cheek out. She's got those pants that have like the rip right on the cheek.
Again, I'm just imagining a fucking like, oh, you better keep that butt covered, young lady. That's a scandalous butt.
That's a voluptuous behind you got there, sweetheart.
Am I right, my fellow troopers?
This is like a special hospital wing where all of the staff there, like nurses, doctors, janitors, all wear like arseless chaps. Just like
It's an ass out
just to
hospital.
keep the patients happy.
This is the ass out sort of hospital. This is the there's the ass out ward, and then there's the titties out ward,
Yeah.
and then there's the dicks out ward.
Oh my god.
Just every ward in this hospital is like one body part is allowed to be exposed. Just one.
Oh my god. They need this. They need this to survive. They'll go back into comas if they're not looking at fat asses.
An ass so fat it brought me back from my coma. Shall we end this on, well, not a classy note, but like classier comparatively?
Uh-huh.
Henry,
What do
you've
we
said
got?
classy so many times and you've lied all of them.
You can't spell classy without ass at
That's
the end of
true.
the day.
Yeah.
So, Berserker tears.
Oh.
That is the trope where someone is like enraged or fighting, but also like they're crying. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like you're crying, but like it's tough.
Angry crying.
Yeah.
That famous guts panel.
Or like, oh no, Kenshiro is manly tears, isn't it? Because it's like you gotta
Yeah.
be angry while you're crying. Anyway, so are you guys ready to like have a tear brought to your eye with the sheer intensity of these Troper Tales?
I mean, tears have been brought to my eye already with the sheer intensity of the fat asses, but yes.
Tears from my third eye.
What? Ass tears?
Bouncing on my boy's third eye to this. Alright. So here we have this. If I cry, it means one of three things. One, I'm watching Clanad. Off to a fantastic start.
Oh boy.
Wow.
2, I'm entering 12-year-old rage kill mode. And then in parenthesis, and being the cynical, suicidal person I am, I can kill you and myself without much thought to it. This is a fucking ride.
What?
Wait, what?
Are they 12?
And
I'm just imagining this person being like, I can kill myself and you without even trying. I've done it before.
yeah, I'll kill myself then you.
Yeah. You think I won't?
Yeah. Oh my god. And part 3. 3. I just entered smartass mode. I'm normally called smartass, but when this happens, do not talk or you will face consequences. Wait, more often a combination of 2 and 3, causing a slasher smile, no regrets, and nothing can convince me to stop.
But he's crying at the same time?
Like, I'm now entering smartass mode, weeping.
He pushes his glasses up, and then a geyser of tears shoots the glasses into someone else, and the glass kills them.
Yeah, I feel like it immediately makes you less of a smartass if you're, like, actively weeping.
Yeah, no. What smart ass person is just weeping the whole time, you know? Like,
Yeah, like, well, let's say, hypothetically.
look, I just want to let you know that we don't have to go on this tour because I know everything about the Erie Canal.
Yeah, this whole thing, just these different, like, modes this person has. We'll have to put
Crying
it on...
through all of them.
Well, yeah, but we'll have to put this on the screen. It's this one fucking meme from r/comedy necrophilia that's like, at home, crazy mode. With my family, crazy mode. At school, crazy mode. At work, crazy mode. And then Robert Downey Jr., black and white at the bottom going, she's in a psychiatric facility.
That's crazy mode for you.
Anyway, speaking of more crazy mode, we have another tale of Berserker tears. Happened to this troper when 2 thugs tried to rob him. He blocked the thugs' clubs with his hand and was ready to fight. The pussies ran away. Also doubles as a crowning moment of awesome for this troper.
But you were crying.
Fucking clubs? Like, what were these, like a caveman gang? That are
Yeah.
like, oh, give us all your rocks!
What I love as well is the fact that, like, my personal interpretation of this scene, and this is already, you know, taking it as a given that this did happen, which it did not, I feel like the muggers just felt bad.
Because he started crying.
The dude just started crying.
Here's what happened, right? He tried to block the clubs with his hand, and it hurt really bad, so he started crying. And then the muggers felt bad, and they left.
Yeah, and they were like looking at each other. It's like, dude, we gotta hit people less hard, you know?
Yeah.
We're sending a bad message.
Tropers are just very unlucky people, because they really run into muggers.
I'm picturing either cavemen or like a pair of like blue and red onis with their like spiked iron clubs, like their tetsubos.
Berserker Tears is amazing. Alright, next we have, this troper has experienced this more times he cares to count. Steven Universe? Anyway.
That's the show.
He'd take leave of his senses and pound on a tormentor 1 minute, and the next, he'd have a moment with his conscience and be sobbing after realizing what he'd done.
You're right, Jasper. I have been holding back.
I got so confused for a second there, because obviously we have our friend Jasper. I forgot about Jasper from Steven Universe.
No, different Jasper. Steven destroyed Jasper in the show. We have nothing but good thoughts towards our friend Jasper.
Jasper Taylor is watching this. Hi, Jasper. Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah.
God. Alright, so next we have, this troper always gets these. One time, somebody made fun of it. I tore out most of his hair and stabbed him in the leg with a shard of glass.
What?
Whoa! That seems like a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah.
That's just like, haha, you're a little bit of a crybaby, aren't you? Rip! Stab!
Yeah, it's like, do you ever, like, think for a second, like, if you're watching this at home, put your hand on your head right now.
Get a fistful of your hair
like,
and
imagine
pull on
the
it.
concerted effort and the time it would take to rip out most of a person's hair. And this is because, like you said, Gus, someone called someone a crybaby. And their response was, stab.
She's in a mental institution.
Yeah.
My question is, A, where did the shard of glass come from? And B, how many rips did it take to get most of the hair? Was it a single
Mr.
large
Owl,
rip?
how many rips does it take?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like, I love the idea of, like, that for once the Troper is actually unexaggerating the story. Like, this person is fucking dead. They use that, like, bit of glass to fucking scalp them.
That is terrifying. That's just like, call me a crybaby one more time.
This is one of those people from Surviving Edged Weapons.
Yeah, just the idea of someone who just regularly cries. But if ever you call them out on, is this the fucking witch from Left 4 Dead?
It is.
Like, just cries, but if
And then
you approach, she's
and also
fucking
my
massacres
tears will
you.
attract other zombies who are bigger
my
and
God.
worse than me.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining, like, it's just starting to blend together now. It's like, somebody told me I had a fat ass, so I ripped out most of their hair and I stabbed them.
Justifiable. If someone smacks your ass, you know, they have incurred the wrath of a shard of glass and becoming an almost baldy.
No, that's the thing. If somebody smacks your ass, they're getting bald. Like, that's
Yeah,
what's happening.
exactly. You can baldify that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn him into fucking Tsar Baldy Bald.
Yeah,
Comment if you get that reference.
I don't.
the fucking hair hunt troop.
Yeah. Alright, and one final one to close off this episode, and it is a doozy. This Troper is an incredibly nice guy, so hold that in your mind for a second. This Troper is an incredibly nice guy.
I'm. You know what? When somebody says this Troper is an incredibly nice guy, all I can think is, okay, so you're evil? So you're unhinged and evil and fucked up.
This one, too, will end in a
because
stabbing.
nobody who is a nice person ever says, I'm a nice person.
Exactly.
Well, you're right, because he goes, so when someone pisses me off enough to explode, I can't help but cry from what I do. I nearly choked a guy to death once with tears streaming down my face.
No, he didn't. He did not
I'm
do
beginning
that.
to think this is not an incredibly nice guy.
No.
I'm a nice guy, really? While, like, squeezing this dude's throat?
Listen, man, I think you might not actually be nice. How dare you! I'll kill you!
I'll rip out all your hair!
And slash you.
And I'll smack your ass!
Yeah, I feel like all the people from the Berserker Tears thing are the and then I bopped him guy from that fucking minute hour something terribly offensive skit.
Who gave you the right to say that?
And then I bopped him one last time. And
And
he's
then he was
gone.
gone. God damn it.
You gave him a head bop.
He doesn't like that. He wouldn't prefer that to happen, that's for sure.
And I haven't liked this. This has been we've had the double B's today. Butts
Oh,
and
man.
Berserkers.
I'm telling you, the double
That's
B's.
the name of my podcast, where I talk about who has the fattest ass
While
in the show
crying.
Berserk.
Yeah.
And
shit.
that's all 500 episodes of my podcast. It's just
Yeah.
same
It's-
conversation over and
They're
over.
always talking about guts, but no one's talking about butts, am I right?
Oh my god. I'm guessing, like, I haven't read the whole manga, but I'm guessing there's at least one demon in there that's just an ass.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
all asses. Just the dummy thick demon who,
Yes.
like, the clap of its cheeks creates a shockwave that, like, turns a village inside out.
Ask not for whom the cheeks clap. They clap for thee.
Oh, fuck. I know who it was. It was Bezuso has the fattest ass. That's why he died.
Yes. Griffith has, like, a pert ass, you know?
I've not read Berserk.
Just ask that weird, like, sultan dude.
I've never read Berserk.
Jeez.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, then Griffith's ass becomes God, and he shits on everyone.
Exactly. So, if you made it this far through, congratulations. We'll see you on the next one. We look forward to reading all of your stories of your, like, candid encounters with fat asses. And a little tip, it's okay to lie. In fact, it's better if you do.
Just like Panic at the Disco said, but it's better if you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Emphasis on the butt.
No names, no truth, just pure fat asses.
Pure fat asses. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody! Fat asses.
Hey! I'm Moe from Moe's Moes, and I'm here with a special offer from the Dire Gentleman channel. Do you wish there was a place you could get even more Dire Gentleman content? Do you want to hear some of the writers and voice actors of Less is Morgue discuss topics too niche and too weird for YouTube? Are you sick of having an extra one of these bad boys lying around at the well, boy, oh boy, oh boy, do I have a deal for you. It's called the Dire Gentleman Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can get not one, but 2 additional podcasts. These podcasts are everything that the algorithm doesn't like. From niche surveys to weird movie reviews. And it's just $1 a month. Oh, forget about it. Ugh. Ow! Mo hit himself really hard in his irradiated testicles. Oh, God, I need ice. Ah! What the fuck are you waiting for? Give us your fucking dollars!